Hello and welcome. I am your host and speaker, Rosemary, and I am a BA developer at Infometry. Thank you for taking the time to join with us today. In today's webinar, I will be talking about shared jobs and its implementation. Feel free to drop questions on the topic or share your struggles and experience during this live session. We will answer your queries through chat. Let's start the session. This session is organized by Infometry. We are a pure play data analytics company based out of Fremont, California. With our offshore development center in Bangalore, India, we came into inception back in 2010, and since then we have been offering domain-specific analytic solutions for high-tech, energy, life science, retail, manufacturing, and finance customers. Being a data analytics software service and solution provider, we focus on delivering predictive and prescriptive analytics solutions, cloud data warehouse implementation, data governance, enterprise service bus, microservice-based integration solutions, big data, cloud DevOps, Salesforce CRM, and product engineering, etc. Infometry has been an engineering and consulting service partner for companies like Informatica, Matillion, Snowflake, Tableau, Adaptive Insights, Looker, etc. Infometry offers domain-specific analytic solutions for high-tech, energy, life science, retail, manufacturing, and finance customers. In addition to the services, we have also developed more than 15 cloud connectors for IACS. One mentioned under the blue blocks are developed and owned by us, and the rest are all developed by us only for organizations like Informatica, SAP, Calidus, etc. We have developed state-of-the-art analytics solution Infofiscus, which can be hooked to any on-prem or cloud CRM, ERP, or planning apps. Infofiscus is 100% cloud-based pre-built analytics software developed using open architecture. Infofiscus comes in 3 different flavors: finance, supply chain, and sales and marketing analytics. We are delighted to announce the launch of the next generation Infofiscus Sales Analytics Snowflake native application, which aims to streamline sales analytics for customers using Salesforce, Marketo, and Snowflake. That's our quick introduction, and now let's move to our today's agenda. Unlocking reusability in data integration, shared jobs in Matillion. In this session, we will cover how to configure a shared job, how to use it, how to remove it. Also, we will cover some best practices. Nowadays, data integration is a critical component of data architecture. It allows organization to combine data from different sources to derive valuable insights. However, building and maintaining a data integration process can be complex and time-consuming. One way to streamline this process is through the use of shared jobs. Let's see what is a shared job. Shared job enables users to encapsulate the entire workflow within a single custom component. Shared jobs in Matillion are reusable data integration workflows that can be utilized across multiple projects and environments. That means instead of creating separate job for similar tasks in different projects, shared jobs allows developers to build once and reuse many times. Let's move to the benefits of shared job. Using a shared job in Matillion has many benefits. Coming to the reusability, it is easy to create jobs and that can be used across the project. Efficient development process means by reusing existing job components, developers can significantly reduce development time and effort. Next benefit is portability. As data volume and complexity grows, a shared job provides a scalable solution that can be easily adapted and reused across different datasets and environments. Also, it helps to reduce maintenance. Updates or enhancement to the shared job only need to be implemented once, which will simplify the maintenance effort and reducing the risk of errors introduced by manual updates. Let's implement a shared job in Matillion to create a snowflake table from a stage CSV file in S3 bucket. Actually, it involves 4 processes. First one is read CSV. Next, we need to extract the column names from the CSV file header. And the third is we need to create a stage table. And finally, we will load the data to the dynamically created table. Let's move to the Matillion environment. In Matillion, I have an orchestration job. When you're creating a shared job in Matillion, use orchestration job as your root job. This should be the job where logic begins. Here, I have the job named as dynamic table creation from CSV header. This job will create a permanent relational table with the columns mentioned in the CSV file header from S3 storage. This job will read header of CSV file. Here, Python pandas are used to find out the column names. In this Python components, we have used that Python pandas. After that, it automatically create a staging table with these columns and will load the data to the dynamically created table. Also, I have defined 4 variables here. 3 variables are scalar variables and 1 is a grid variable. Let me open the scalar variables first. These scalar variables are used to hold the value for S3 bucket name and CSV file name. Also for providing the name for stage table. Here you can see that some default values are given in the value part. This will change for different files. This makes the job more flexible and reusable for different files. Let me open the grid variable. Grid variable is used to hold the metadata that taken from the header row, and that is used by the job to create the table. Let me show the columns here. Here we can see file name, column position, column name, column size, etc. All these we require to create the table. This Python code is designated to read the metadata from CSV file stored in Amazon S3 bucket. Let's break down the code step by step. This part is for importing libraries. This code import necessary libraries such as Boto3 for interacting with AWS, pandas for data manipulation, datetime for handling timestamps. This is a timestamp generation step. This timestamp generation step will generate a timestamp representation for current date and time. This timestamp is used for metadata purpose. This step will initiate the S3 client using boto3.client S3. This client is used to interact with the specified bucket. These scripts retrieves the bucket name, file name, and stage table name from the predefined scalar variables. This is to read the file header. It reads the header row of CSV file stored in S3 bucket using read CSV function from pandas. It retrieves only the header row. Here we have specified n rows equal to 0. So it will read only the 0th row, that is header. It convert them into a list and store that in a variable called df underscore calls. In the next part, we will iterate over each column in the list of column name. For each column, it create a grid row containing metadata, and this list is appended to a grid data list. Here you can see it is appended to that grid data. Next step is for updating the variable value. This step will update a variable named as S3 CSV file metadata with the metadata stored in the grid data. This enables the metadata to be used in subsequent steps. Overall, the script extracts the metadata from a CSV file stored in S3 bucket, also preparing and makes them available for use in the job. This create table step will create a table. Here I have parameterized the database name. The parameter name is landing underscore db underscore name, which is an environment variable. If we navigate to project, manage environment variables, here we can see the value for landing db. In this example, I am using dev as my environment. Here we can see dev selected. So the value for landing underscore db name will be landing dev. It will create a table in landing dev under schema S3 load, and table name will be the value provided in the scalar variable. Also, it will have the column names available in the grid variable. Here we can see we have used the grid variable S3 CSV file metadata. Next component will load the data to the newly created table. This is about the process of reading the header and creating a stage table. Setting up the shared job in Matillion. Next, let's see how to build or convert the current job as a shared job. Again, let's move to Matillion environment. You could have multiple orchestration job in your project. So when you are generating a shared job, it is important to consider which one starts the logic. By default, the job which you are going to right click will select as your root job for shared job. Let's select the orchestration job called dynamic table creation from CSV header. Right click and select generate shared job option. Now generate shared job window is opened. Here we will configure the shared job settings. There are actually 3 configurations that we require to complete. We need to select copy from existing or create new. If we select copy from existing, then we need to select an existing shared job from this list. In our case, we are creating a new one. So we will leave the selection on create new. Next step is to configure the packages. This specify the package name for the location for new shared job. Nested packages can be separated using dot symbol. Actually, this is similar to our folder path. Instead of using slash as separator, here we will use dot. Here I am going to specify user defined shared job, that is UDSJ, and my next package is S3 load. This means S3 load will be inside of UDSJ. Next, we will input a name to the new shared job. In this case, we will call it as dynamic load. When creating a shared job, user has to input the revision of the job. The default revision will be 1. We will leave it as for now. Since we are creating the shared job first time for this root job. We can also choose custom icon for shared job. Matillion will provide a default icon if you don't want to add one. In this case, a custom PNG is selected using browse button, then finding and selecting the PNG to use. This is the PNG I'm going to use. Next is description. In our case, I'm going to give a simple description. This job is to create permanent relational table with the columns from a CSV file in S3 cloud storage. This will tell us what will happen in this job. This description will be visible in Components Help tab. And select Next. In this page, we will select our root job and our additional jobs. The root job will be the job which we right-clicked on. In our case, we have clicked on dynamic table creation from CSV header. So this is our root job. In the additional job configuration, we will see the job which are part of our root job. In our case, nothing to display here since the root job is not calling any other jobs. So select Next. This directs us to the third page. This page is for setting parameters. When we use a shared job, it includes a set of configurable parameters. These parameters are specified in the root job as job variables. This configuration list includes name, display name, required. Name means name of the job variable as it exists in the root job. Display name is the name of parameter created from this job variable. This is editable to give more meaningful or user-friendly names for the parameters. Next is required. The settings can be enabled or disabled for each variable. By default, all variables are required. So the default required value will be enabled. Also, all required parameters must have a value set. For a parameter, if required field marked as disabled, then it will permit empty values. Clicking on OK. This finishes the process of creating a shared job. The newly created shared job will be available in the shared job part, that is lower left. Inside user defined, we have UDSJ. Inside that we have S3 load. Here we can see the job named as dynamic load. This will finishes the process of creating a shared job. Orchestration job integration. In this session, we will see how to incorporate the shared job in an orchestration job. Let's move to our Matillion environment. We require to create an orchestration job in Matillion to manage that data load process. and we will call the shared job within that orchestration job. Let's create an orchestration job. Right clicking on the folder and selecting add orchestration job. We will name it as OJ file load. OJ underscore file load. In this job, we will add a component to call the shared job. Our already created shared job is available in the shared job panel. So we can drag and drop the job as other component. I'm dragging and dropping the job here. This finishes the process of integrating a shared job in an orchestration job. Execution and result. In this session, let's execute the orchestration job and we can see the data loaded and table created. If we move to Matillion, to execute this job, we need to pass file name, bucket name, and stage table name as parameter value. In this case, let me open my S3. This is my S3. I have a CSV file in my S3 bucket called my new load. File name is currency.csv. This is placed at the root. So I will be giving the parameter value as file name as currency.csv. Bucket name as my new load. And stage table name as stg underscore currency. Let me also show the content of the file. This is my currency file. Here we can see 4 headers. That is currency code, currency name, country, exchange rate to USD. And also we have 16 lines of data. So once we execute that job in Matillion, we need to verify from Snowflake whether these 4 headers got created as column names, and also we need to verify whether the 16 lines of data got inserted or not. Let's run the job in Matillion. If we open this task history, here we can see the table got created and the table name is stage currency. It got created under the database landing dev and schema is S3 load. Also here we can see 16 rows got inserted. Let's go to Snowflake and let's verify the result. If I do select star from landing dev S3 load stage currency. Here we can see number of rows as 16 and we can see the 4 headers. All the headers which were available in the CSV file is also present here. If we do count star from the same table, that is also showing that row count as 16. Now we have seen how to automate the table creation and data load process. We will now explore how we will use the logic encapsulated in an already created shared job. There are actually 3 options. First one is opening a shared job. You can open the shared job, which allowing you to navigate and view the jobs and the components within it. This is available only in read-only mode. Next is unpacking shared job. Unpacking will allow us to see the jobs contained in it. Also, it will allow us to edit it if required, but we have to generate it as a new shared job. Finally, you can export the shared job. So you can pack all the transformation and orchestration logic together and share as you wish. Let's start with how we go with opening a shared job. Moving to the Matillion environment. Our already created shared jobs are available in shared job panel, bottom left. This is our shared job. So once you find the job, you can open the shared job. Right click on the job and click on open shared job. Once it opened, we can see each settings for every component. For example, if we click on this Python component, we can see the code inside it, but we can't make any edit. This method is useful when you need to see the business logic and technical implementation of a job. Next approach is unpacking. To unpack a shared job, simply navigate to the shared job and right click on that job. Select unpack option. Then a small window will appear. Here we can select yes. You can see the unpack job in the top project part. We can open this job. In this method, we can make editing if required, but the only thing is we need to create a new version of this job. Next is exporting. To export a shared job, navigate to project and select manage shared job. Find out the job which we wish to export. Select that job. Click on export button. It will export the shared job as an MELT file. And this will get downloaded into our local. So we can import or share the MELT file as we wish. Clicking on OK. The file got downloaded. Next is removing a shared job. Let's see how to delete a shared job from Matillion environment. To remove a shared job from Matillion, navigate to project, select manage shared job, select the job which we wish to remove, click on delete. Here we need to provide the job name which we wish to remove from Matillion. Clicking on yes. Now you can see this dynamic load component is in invalid state. This job is not available in our shared job panel also. This is how we will remove a job from Matillion. This session deals with the best practices for implementing a shared job. First one is modular design. While implementing a shared job, one good practice is to break down the complex workflows into smaller and reusable components, which will maximize the reusability of that shared job. Next is parameterization. It's better to use parameters to make a shared job configurable. That makes them compatible to different use cases and environment without any modification. Third one is version control. Implement a version control mechanism to track the changes happen to that shared job. It will facilitate a collaboration among development teams. The last one is documentation. Document the shared job clearly, including their purpose, input, output, and any dependencies. That will help to understand and handle future use cases. Finally, we can say shared job in Matillion offers a powerful mechanism for unlocking the reusability in data integration workflows. By standardizing the process, reducing the development effort, and promoting scalability, shared jobs enable organizations to streamline their data integration efforts and derive greater value from their data sets.
Hey, hi, Rose. Hello.
Hello, yeah.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah, thanks for this session. Yeah, it was quite insightful. My question is only, can you share this METL file so that we can practice?
Yeah, I can share that. Yeah, actually, we have one platform called Matillion Exchange. There we can download this file.
Okay, so just share the link to this part.
Yeah, just go to that Matillion Academy. There you can find out one link for
Okay.
one tab is there for Matillion Exchange.
Okay, I'll get it from there. Okay.
Hi, Rosemary. This is Priyanka.
Hi, Priyanka.
What is a benefit or a difference between having a shared job versus just dropping the normal job onto the canvas for execution purpose?
Yeah, the main difference is that shared jobs are global and that orchestration jobs are local to project. That is, you can throw a shared job into any orchestration job in any project. But orchestration jobs, you could only be able to reuse it within that current project. But technically, you can export that orchestration job from one project and you can import it into another project. But there is one issue, like the fundamental issue is that if you want to change any logic in that existing orchestration job, then you have to change it in all the places.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Rosemary. Got it.
Thank you.
Hey, Rosemary. Sunil here.
Yes, Sunil.
So I would like to know that. So if I have deleted, unfortunately, if I have deleted a shared job, can I able to restore that as like a normal job?
No, like normal jobs we can, if you want, we can, we have an option to restore that from recycle bin. But
Okay.
in this case, in the case of shared job, it's not possible. The job actually it will get deleted from the Matillion instance. So it always a good practice to export or backup before deletion. That will allow you to import or recreate if it required later.
Okay. Thank you.
So, hi Rose, this is Bhavya.
Hi, Bhavya.
Yeah, is there any pre-built share jobs that are available in Matillion, like to address the common use case?
Yeah, like as I mentioned earlier, like we have a key platform for that Matillion community. It is called that Matillion Exchange, where users can find different shared job. Some jobs are built by internal team or some are built by other users. Using this Matillion Exchange, you can also upload your own shared jobs to that exchange, and that will help other users like other Matillion community to like reuse that already created shared jobs.
Okay, yeah.
Hi, Rose.
Hi.
Yeah. Thank you for this wonderful presentation on the material. Is there anyone who want to ask a question? Like, feel free to ask it. Uh, got it. Okay. Thank you for this amazing session, and thank you all for joining us today. We appreciate your time and participation. And worry not, we'll be sending out the webinar, the recording of this webinar to your email. And that is it for today. Thank you so much.